Sword Prepper here. It's been a while, been quite busy. I've been doing a bit of traveling, unfortunately, and I'm trying to get back on my schedule of producing content for you all, trying to keep you updated on what's going on in the world, and try to put a little bit of advice in people's heads. Not that guys don't have any advice, or not that you guys can't think for yourselves, but just things that I think could benefit some people. Two heads are always better than one, so trying to get back on my schedule. But let's get to today's video. I want to talk about something I saw in the news that I find quite interesting. And it's about the war in Ukraine. The Russian war in Ukraine. And how it is affecting the US Army. Apparently, that war over there has depleted our ammunition, has depleted our weaponry. We've sent so much weapons and resources over to Ukraine that now the US is becoming, unprepared for a war over here. I believe it's the Pentagon that's worried about it, saying, "Oh, we sent so much." The U.S. Army is looking so bleak now that it has the Pentagon worried, or something like that. And I'll put up the article right here so you can see it. But this is first of all, nobody believes that. It's just propaganda they're trying to put out there. But it shows you where their mind is. It shows you what they're trying to get the people to believe. First, I want to say, guys, warriors, we have not sent enough weaponry over to Ukraine. We have not sent enough weaponry over to Ukraine to make the U.S. Army, to make the U.S. weaponry, to make our store of weaponry no good. To make it too small to fight a war with. That's just bogus. That's nonsense. That hasn't happened, but that's what they're telling you in the news. They're trying to make you afraid. They're trying to make you go, wait a second, what about us? That's what they're trying to make you do. I guarantee you that we still have billions upon billions upon billions of dollars worth of weaponry stored up. So the fact that they would put this in the news is quite it's quite telling for anyone. If you have friends, if you have family in the military or friends in the military, and they've done wars, they've gone through wars and seen things, they'll tell you that there's no way, even with a bonehead like Biden in office, there's no way the US is going to send all of our weaponry over to some foreign country to fight their wars. That's not happening. Now, I will say we have sent far too much over there. I think we sent far too much over there, fighting a war that's literally not ours, but not enough to deplete our weaponry so severely. What they're trying to do is scare people. What they're trying to do is play scare tactics. And I'm kind of tired of talking about this stuff. I'm kind of tired of doing it because it's so in your face that anyone should be able to see it. If you just look hard enough, you look in the news, you look what these people are saying, it's everywhere what they're doing, what the tactics that they're trying to use. All the news stations reporting the exact same things, all the news heads, the people that are sitting in the seat telling you about the news, all of them saying the same things, like it's a script. That's when you realize that, yeah, it is a script, and we're all being played, and that you should probably think for yourself. You should probably start thinking for yourself and start saying, I think I'll chart my own path. Why in the world would, and I know none of you believe that about the how we sent so much weaponry over there to Ukraine that now we have none ourselves. I know none of you believe that, and no foreign country believes it either. Because if anyone believed that, then you can be sure China would be on us right now attacking. If Russia, China, any of those countries believed for 1 second that the US had such a small amount of ammunition because we sent it all to China, you can be sure that they'd be attacking right now. We'd be at full-fledged war right now. But nobody believes that. The only people who believe that are the people who sit inside all day or go to work their 9 to 5, come back, watch TV, maybe watch a little bit of news, use their phones, but their heads are really just, their heads aren't there, their heads are in the sand. Those are the only people that believe that rubbish. None of us, none of you believe that. The US has not run out of any sort of ammunition. But this makes you think, this makes me want to touch on one more topic. And that is weaponry. That is the topic of weaponry, because like I said, there's no way they've run out. But in the case that they did run out, in the case that the government could no longer protect you, which is what the gist of what they're trying to say in that article. If it turned out that the government could no longer protect you, you would want to be able to protect yourself, right? You'd want to be able to protect your family. You'd want to have the resources, the weaponry to hold your own. And this should go beyond just if the government ran out of ammunition. You should already... People should not wait for the government. People should not wait for anybody to try and cover for them. You, warrior, should not wait for anyone. Your brother, your sister, your father, your mother. You shouldn't wait for someone to chart your path for you or make your decisions for you. You should be doing that yourself. Well, of course, if you're a kid or a young person still living under your parents' roof, you should definitely listen to your parents, obey your parents. Do what they say. They're good people, I hope. But if you're out there, 30-some-year-old man walking around, got your own life going on, got your own kids, doing your own thing, you shouldn't be waiting for anyone, government or anyone, to make your decisions for you. That is up to you and you alone. That includes stocking up food, stocking up weaponry, stocking up on anything that has to do with preparedness. Because we see it all too often, and it's played out in the movies so often. They love to show you what they're doing in movies, but it plays out in these apocalyptic movies where the general population is so unprepared, and like billions of people die off because they were just not prepared for what was coming. That's really what's going to happen. Now, it's not going to play out. It's not going to play out how it does in the movies. That's not how it's going to play out in real life. But the gist of that is what you'll see. You'll see millions, billions of people dying off because they hadn't prepared. I was in the city the other day, and if you're just living the city life, if you're just out there living the city life, you have no idea what's going on out there. You have most of you watch channels like mine, and you have an idea what's going on, and it's common knowledge. In your mind you're thinking, well, I can't speak for you, but I would assume in your mind you're thinking, well, the common person at least has a gist of what's going on. At least they have a prospect in their mind of what's going on. I'm here to tell you, warriors, that the common man, the common human being, has no idea what's going on out there. They're out there living their lives on their cell phones. When I tell you that they're disconnected from what's going on, I mean they're disconnected. I mean that they have zero clue of what's going on. Most of them, if you said, hey, have you heard about the war? They'd just say, oh yeah, pray for Ukraine. That's all they'd say. And they'd have no idea what's truly going on. It's people like us that do. So most people are out there waiting for the government to make their decisions. They're just going to follow along with whatever the government says. It's up to you to make your own decisions. It's up to you to prepare. Don't wait for anyone to do it for you. Don't wait for someone to do it and then you think, oh yeah, they're doing it for me. Then the next thing you know, they come out and say, oh, sorry, we sent all of our weaponry to someone else. So, too bad for you. Don't let that be you. Keep prepping, stay at the heat. I'll see you on the line of battle.